No? I think that's just a normal occurrence, nothing I should be worried about whatsoever. Of course, in Railgun, not quite the same kind of liberties, because Esper's abilities, powers. There's a lot to actually think about, isn't there? And now that we've been introduced to a new character who seems to come out of the blue and has some backstory, tragic or otherwise, I'm sure it won't be long until there's at least some connections being made. But to find out, we're gonna have to watch. Let's begin. So we're carrying off on the fireworks festival. We're not skipping anything. You know, usually we're just out here expecting some just fun times with our friends. Not being saved by flamboyant Iron Man. I mean, other than severe mental trauma of being caught in another earthquake event and almost having a lamppost flatten you. And even if there is a source through all of this, how are you going to track down who it is that's causing it? You see, Railgun has opened up a bunch of different questions and is very hesitant on actually expanding on any of it. And there was a quite good comment left on the last videos about the training that Judgment received, hence the different types of reactions the characters had when there is the initial earthquake. Which was very quite interesting, and once you think about it, makes sense. You'd put those barriers a bit further away, no? In case there's any more movement. Well, that was. If they're at the epicenter of the whole thing, then yes, sure. It's good to start gathering data. Oh, yeah. How are you here? Getting some recognition for your branch. I'm not sure if that's. You know, on the outside, that's quite a good thing, but I don't trust anyone anymore. Was it confirmed before then? Ah, there's the whole who's in charge thing going on. And now having an outsider hearing all this. That seems like some valuable information that you should probably explain to her. And you're not trying to chase up on that possible lead. Not doing a very good job. She is too entrenched in her research there. There seems to be a lot of uses of the ARM field. Are you thinking it's the same? Detained. Can you go for a visit rather than just stating that? Both check to confirm and also if she knows anything. Yeah, that's something that you probably shouldn't just overlook. Whether it's connected or just something that she needs therapy over. Any opportunity. And they started before then. Seems to be a mighty coincidence there. And if it was anything to do with her, does it seem as though it is intentional? She was staying up late. You're not going to get out of this one. A lot has happened. Does her hairband seem to be growing at all? Is that just from that angle? I mean, I think we already saw a glimpse of what was inside the locket there. And if it was what I saw, then yeah, there's up for another tragic bit of story. Sorry, who are you? Now, of course, so she doesn't have short-term memory loss. Again? That is some confidence you have there, but you don't want to probe that for what was going on in the past? It's not... Watermelon is not my favourite melon, but it's alright. See, she's less of a character, more just a personification of the intrigue of that locket. That's what it's trying to get you to pay attention to. And I hope she can grow. Did she come to visit her in the... while she's working? You seem a bit out of breath. Are you being forced to do all of the work? Your friend has met someone else. No time for you left. More milk? Oh. You should have really put a limit on what she's allowed. Oh? Useful? That seems to be a glitch. So is she trying to constantly contact? Ah, that's a good note to have on your profile. Did we need such a close-up? She's going to give it her all. Well, small steps to begin with. Yeah. It's good that she has kept her promise, but no matter what you find... Oh, she's just went dead-eyed. I'm not sure you're meant to be boating up there. This is an issue. That's what it is. You actually went out and got her meal. That kind of really cements it, doesn't it? Coincidence is only so far. It's gonna be a little while before anyone starts coming back to enjoy this place. That's good still, not what, 80 odd people involved. They're not some great numbers. Well, other than floating boats. Surprised to see you here. Some light abrasions, but that's about it. However, Did MAR bring her here, though, for some more than just light medical screening? Don't hide anything. Well, not entirely, but at least at the same time, it's good to have some general knowledge of anything. Were you overhearing them? Are you going to actually explain anything here? But are there fluctuations? So sure, you can be like a level 1 or 2, but there can be circumstances. Much like with the level upper. You're being a nuisance to everyone else here. And even if it was like... Sure, you're looking up her personal details, but if it's for the safety of everyone else, I think it takes precedence. Even if it comes out that she has nothing to do with it. But surely if it also came out saying there's no way that she could be the root cause of it all, not having that suspicion hanging over you would also be a good thing. Fair enough. She has a few titles, yeah. Done well for herself. Her name precedes her. Not... Well, why do they have to be lumped together? And still pouting. Listing it off like a military rank. Are you testing this out with a packet of Skittles? Okay, a good test. What is it exactly were you getting at though? Ah, she's fighting for them to stop testing on her. Just keep walking. Nothing indeed. Whenever I see a glass panel looking down over an observation room, ooh. If it's in, yeah, if why. I feel like I'm in a minority of where am I thinking there. A good question. And why did it just show the underside of her face? Cause trouble for you all again? You made sure to keep it safe. How often do you hear her voice? This might have been something to... something to know a bit earlier on. It's strange how paths collide. Oh, a good backing notes being played there. Did we ever get a firm confirmation on what happened to them? I can't remember if they were killed or just heavily. Well, injured, I guess would be one word. But whatever it happened really traumatized the scientist woman, so yeah, maybe it might be a good time to go visit her now. Not sure what you'd get out of it, but maybe if that girl heard it from her firsthand. Not sure if that would help. How long before the next earthquake? But going into her vial and looking it up will either A, push down a route to actually potentially help them in the future to make sure it doesn't happen again, or B, completely clear them of doubt, which is also very good because if you have suspicions, you're not going to treat them the same. But no, let's dwell on how dare you even think she's a suspect to begin with. But now the story seems to be wrapping back round to the whole using the kids as experiments. Things should be getting interesting, and luckily there's more than one episode tonight, so be on guard for that. And is that tube just filled with yellow sweets? Like, please choose yellow as your favourite colour. It's the only way this trick will work. Maybe she implanted that idea in her mind. But if you enjoyed, let me know down below. If you want to make sure not to miss out, subscribe. Ultimately, take care of yourself. If you hear a rumbling, stay away from anything that looks like it could be dangerous if it falls on you. Join me again for the next one. My patrons are the keepsake that draws me into suspicion whenever there's danger around. If you want to be a potential culprit for anything that happens in the future, then consider joining onto my Patreon as well. Because then you can be like Sal, Raywin, Allergican, Tafia, Shiwan, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Matt, Rasmus Paulson, Gurley, Denman997, ASD, Darkshadow 7899, and everyone else. But hopefully with less hospital visits and missing persons.